everyone, it's great to be back, and this week I want to show you how to create some beautiful colourful flowers using the Dagger brush. Let's get started. So what is a Dagger brush? Here's a couple of Dagger brushes. These are a set that I sell on my website, really affordable, and they come in 3 sizes. And you'll notice you've got one long edge and then you've got that lovely curved shaped like a dagger, hence the name. And Dagger brushes have been around for hundreds of years, and we're going to use them today to create these really pretty vibrant flowers. Now I'll just be using my 3 primary colours plus a little bit of Friends Grey. So we've got Hansa yellow, Quinacradome magenta and Phthalo blue, and as I say, we'll use a little bit of Friends Grey too. If you don't have Friends Grey, you could use Paynes grey as well. So how does it work? Let me just show you first of all different ways you can use the brush. So just add some water and pick up a little bit of colour here. I'll use the magenta because it's lovely and bright, really good for you to see. So different ways to use the Dagger brush. You can use them to create really fine lines by using the back of the brush. So if we turn it around to the camera, that thin line, that's what we want to use. But we don't want to use it with the bristles facing down. We want to switch it over so the angle of that brush, that scallop shape, is facing up. And then you can just use the very tip of the brush to create a very fine line. And then if you want to push through, just like with a normal round brush, you can push through and make a nice fat line. So what happens if we turn it over? Let's load it up with magenta again. And we're this time going to switch it upside down so the bristles that curve are facing the paper. And as we come down, again, we can create a nice fine line. But the magic starts to happen when you explore twisting the brush. So we're going to start with our fine line, and then I'm going to tip it over to the right and come back down, twist it back to the point. We'll start again, twist it, pull it down, straight line, twist it over to the left this time and twist it back over to center. And you can create these wonderful leaf shapes. So let's have some fun turning those into flowers like we have here. What we're going to do this time is we're going to load up with yellow on our brush first. So lots of yellow, some water and some yellow on all the bristles. And then I'm going to switch my brush round to the long edge and just touch in to some blue. So I've just got some blue on the tip, you can just about see there, and then yellow on the rest of the bristles. We're going to have it facing down, remember, turn over so the shorter hairs are closest to the paper, and we're going to come and create a petal. Touch down with all the bristles in contact, and we're just going to wiggle from side to side, and then I'm going to scoop round. I'm going to turn my paper round, same again, wiggle, so you've got the blue which is mixing with the yellow and creating the green at the top, and then one more, wiggle, whoops, and as I get to the edge I'm bringing that tip round to create the edge of a folded petal. How cool is that? I'm going to do one again with a small, I'm going to go one size down with my brush, whoops, going to load it with yellow again, water and yellow, and then just the tip of the brush in the blue. We'll put one just underneath. We're going to make sure the curve The shorter hairs are closest to the paper, and we're just going to wiggle across. And again, put all the bristles on the paper, wiggle round kind of in a fan shape, and then pulling the tip of the brush back through a little way. I'm just going to load up again, a bit more blue. Come in the other way. All bristles in contact with the paper, wiggle round, and then a slight pull as I come back in. And let's do one more with our tiny dagger brush, also known as sword brushes. Some people refer to them as sword brushes. Load up the yellow, tip of the brush in the blue, and we'll do a smaller one just here. Make sure the curve of the brush, the shorter hairs, are closest to the paper. We're going to wiggle out to the side and out to the side again. Pull slightly in. Fabulous. And then we already know we can use it as a thin line like we did at the beginning. So to bring the stem in, I'm just going to go into my green. Now this is a mixture of Friends Grey and yellow, and it gives you a lovely earthy green. If you're interested in colour mixing and why I recommend these 3 primary colours, pop over to the video that will pop up on the screen. Let's get back to the flowers. So loading my brush up with my natural green, turning it onto its thin dagger edge, come up to the bottom of the flower, and you bring a lovely fine line down for our flowers. So I'm going to go back into my yellow, load my brush with yellow again, just like we did in the flowers, and then I'm just going to dip the tip into this natural green. Same process. We're going to touch that brush down, bottom bristles, the curve facing nearest the paper, start thin and twist and come back to centre. We're going to go the other side, thin, twist the other way and back to the centre, and we can create lovely leaves in no time at all. I'm going to do one a little bit thinner this time, so I'm going to start here. I've got my green on the tip, push over and come round. So you have the option of doing 2 sides or just doing the one. I'm going to bring one right across there. So on the tip, nice and long, twist over and back. Just load up with some more yellow into my natural green on the tip. Touch down, lean over and back to the stem. Touch down, lean over and back to the stem. And just to finish those off, I'm going to pop a little bit of that natural green in the centre, using the end of the brush, the long end, to dot down the middle of our flower. How easy is that? Let's have some fun. Let's do another colour. I was going to do the yellow and magenta, but I think we'll have some fun with another colour. So I'm going to go magenta. Let's get some magenta going. Bit of water, load up with magenta, and I'm going to do the tip in blue. Here we go, tip in the blue. Down on the paper, short bristles, short brush hairs facing the paper. Down we go and give it a wiggle. Wow, look at that, that's just gorgeous. And it depends how much water you put on your brush, how much this colour is going to bleed and merge together. There we go. And if you wanted to, you could turn it round and bring some small petals facing us. Whoops. So we're getting that look of the flower tipping over. I love this colour. Oh my word. Here we go again. I'm going to go to the smaller brush, load up with magenta, touch of blue on the long hairs. My new combination, my new favourite combination. There we go. And you can create some wonderful, wonderful patterns, different variations, just using these two colours on your brush. Any two colours that you like. And then the small one. I'm so excited. I do love this brush, and it doesn't get used enough in my opinion. Short brush hairs facing the paper. Wiggle and jiggle and create that frilly edge to your petals. And again we're going to come into our green using Friends Grey and yellow. Turn the brush onto its finished face and come down. And then I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to the tip this time. I've already got it loaded with green. And I'm going to turn my brush back round, short hairs facing down, come in, twist round. Come in, twist round. You can create some really interesting leaf shapes just from the way you decide to twist that brush. And there we go. Finish off. I'm just going to take some of that blue and dot into the middle of my flowers. And there we have. And there we have a really easy and fun way to use your sword or dagger brush to create a range of different flowers. Have fun, have a practice, and let me know how you get on. If you'd like to see more of my videos, just hit the button above. Thanks very much for joining. I'll see you again soon. Keep painting. Bye for now. Bye.